Okay, we are back for part 2 of recycled planters. I'm going to kind of show you what the finished product looks like and how to put the finishing touches on them before you start your planting. So let's go back to our little bunny rabbit that we were doing some decoupaging with our printer paper. So here's my little guy. And like I said, remember that not to worry about the excess pieces, that you could just clip them off with scissors. Like I said, here's my scissors. So I'm just gonna trim off this little bit of excess. Oop, shooting some paper at you. And that's exactly what I did around the whole thing. I just went around the edges with my scissors, clipped it right off. Super simple, nice clean lines. Same thing around the ears. And so then I just found things that I had around my house. I happen to have some googly eyes. This is a little bead that I had, and then I drew his face on with permanent marker. And then a little cotton tail, it's cotton ball for his tail. So there's one, and I did successfully get my dinosaur tail on. So let me show you him next. Here's my dinosaur. And again, same thing. This one was the one that I did with the fabric. Same concept as the bunny, but I decoupaged him in fabric. I noticed that the fabric was a little more wrinkly, but still fun. There's his little tail, and he's nice and firm. Again, I added a little googly eye and a mouth, and there he is. He's ready to go. There's that. Now, for my upside down hanging planter, I got a little more creative. But again, this is something that you could have let your kiddo go with either markers or the paints. Like I said, little acrylic paints would have been fine. I mean, these are like, I don't know, 55 cents, I think, at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. Who knows where I got that from? I have like a million of these at my house. Same thing. I think this one's a Walmart one. They could have painted all over it. I chose to do a little face with mine, but you could do anything you want. So here's mine, my little person, and I added ears just for fun. The ears I cut out of the bottom of the milk jug, and I made a little slit. Pop out my ear. I made a little slit in the side with my X-Acto knife, and then cut out my little ear shape and just pop it right in. No glue there, it just hangs on. My earrings are literally little binder loops or book bindings that we use at school all the time to make like our homemade books. Same thing for the hole punches. I just used a little single hole punch. This is just some jute cord that I had, tied it all up to hang it. And then I attached it at the top to make a little loop. You could leave it untied if you wanted to. I braided mine together and made a little loop so I could hang it on a little plant hook. I have lots of those at my house, but I thought she was funny. I like her little earrings. These are just little pony beads that I attached on there. But again, you could have given them permanent markers. Like I said, if they're wearing old clothes, they could have colored all over this. You could painted it and then clear coated it with your polyurethane spray. So now that they are all complete, oh, I will tell you one little tip for this. I found that the milk jug was way easier to cut with scissors. I started out with my X-Acto knife and poked a little hole, but this is really flimsy, and I was having a really hard time getting a straight line. Super easy to cut with just my regular scissors. So I highly recommend that. So once you have all your planters complete and they're dry, you are ready to plant. So I also wanted to tell you about a few things that you could plant that you also may have around your house. Grown-ups, you may remember chia pets from when we were kids. Well, chia is a popular health food that you may have and you can buy at the grocery store. You can order it from Amazon or really anywhere. I always have it in my house. I put it in a lot of foods. But chia is super easy to grow. So once you put in your potting soil, just fill it to the top and then sprinkle on your chia. And you'll just want to put it right on the top. You actually won't want to bury it under there. Just add, I don't even know if I can show you. Maybe I can get it in my camera. Maybe not. Let's see, can I get it? Can you see it? Anyway, You'll just want to moisten it, like spritz it every day with a spray bottle. You don't want to completely drown it because it will mold, but keep it saturated. And you should start to see something with your chia. With probably 4 or 5 days, your chia will start to sprout. Same thing with quinoa. If you have quinoa at your house, quinoa is another easy thing to sprout. I also happen to have jars of quinoa. Sorry, I keep everything in mason jars in my house. But again, you can sprout quinoa. Again, with the quinoa, you can fill up your little planter. You won't want to bury this one. Sprinkle it right on top. Same kind of concept. Spritz it every day. You don't want it to be floating in water. This one will take a little longer. It takes about probably, 6 to 10 days to sprout, but you will start to see some sprouts and it will grow. And then I thought a fun one for this one, for our little hanging one, would be something that kind of drapes. So beans would be a really good one. Fill her up. And then these are contender bush beans, but really anything you have, lima beans, pinto beans, any kind of bean will sprout and droop and leaf. These you actually do want to stick into the dirt, but you can fill up with your dirt, poke them in, put them all in there. You can do the planting the way that we do in toddlers is literally put it in, pour all the seeds in, spread them out, and put a little bit more dirt on top and water. You may want to provide some drainage. If for your big guy, if you're getting it a lot in there, you can poke a little hole in this lid. That was why, if you saw it, I did have my, bear with me, I had my drill. You can just drill a hole right through the lid. Or if you don't have a drill at home, you can use a hammer and a nail and poke it right through. And that's that. I would love to see if you do this with your family. I think it would be a great weekend project if the weather holds out and we don't get lots of rain and freezing cold. But yes, I hope you enjoy. I hope you have lots of fun and see you soon. Bye-bye.